Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope all is well with everybody. Listen, I want to do a quick video because the past few months I've been digging more and more into financial literacy and also trying to help people make great decisions in life. And what prompted this video is I have a client right now currently who is 58 years old, and she's a client. So when I sat down, so she became a client last year. She's a nurse and she has no retirement income at all whatsoever. So I put together an IUR for her, but she's doing the bare minimum, and at that time she told me that's what she can afford. And come to find out, that's not 100% true, because she knew my history that I sold cars in the past, and she called me because she's interested in a Mercedes, right? And at first I asked her why, and she said, "What do you mean why?" She's like, "I work hard, and I believe I should deserve to treat myself." And I'm like, I understand that, but I think some things at some age, if we don't have some things in place or in line, some things we just have to let it go, right? And I went down to sit down with her the other day. She had already went to the bank. She's approved already. Okay, they give her the check, right? And her monthly payment is gonna be a little bit over almost $900 a month, right? But when I was there, she told me her son told her don't do it. And I agree with the son, right? Because this is an individual who don't have any. I put together life insurance. I put together what's called an IUR, Index Universal Life Policy, for her. So it's life insurance plus some savings, and then some of the money goes into like a retirement savings account, which is not going to be enough for her, but it was something at that moment in time. Okay, so as I sat down with her yesterday, I spent 2 hours with her yesterday, deep diving and going over numbers and trying to help her understand why this does not make financial sense, right? And then it got me thinking as I was driving home, a lot of us don't do things correctly. So the topic of today is six-figure mistakes. Six-figure mistakes. And I'm going to just touch on me today because I'm part of that mistake, right? I'm going to swing this around and show you what I mean, okay? I'm going to swing this around and show you guys what I mean. So I have 3 vehicles, okay? This is my QX80 and this is my S580. This is the newest one. And then I have another S550, which is, out right now, getting some detail work done, right? Why am I showing you this? The S580 is the newest vehicle that I have. I bought it about a couple of years ago. With financing, warranty, interest, and all that bullshit, right? It came out to be right around 100, almost 140,000. Okay, the QX80 when I bought it initially, it was close to 90 grand, and the S550, that one was close to that one was 80 some thousand, 86,000 and some change with after financing and some stuff like that, right? Now the S550 is paid off now, but that's a total of 300 grand in car note in a 5-year span. Okay. This is mistakes that we make once we start to make money. This is a mistake that we make, especially once you get over there into multi-six-figure realm. You start to do dumb things. See, when you ride around 100,000, like your first time, let's say you're making 50 or 60, and then you get that raise, and now you're at 100, you're still in that little uncomfortable state. Things are still kind of a little bit tight. Once you get over that 150, 200, 250, 260, 280, those type of range, for some reason you start to think you're walking on water, right? You start to make illogical mistakes. Especially, I'm in sales. And sales, the way money comes is crazy. It just, especially once you've been around for a while and you're seasoned. I mean, when I bought that right there, the month prior, I believe my commission was 40-something thousand in 1 month. That was my justification for going out and buy it. Oh crap, okay, cool. I'm getting this now, the vibe, I'm flowing, whatever, right? And I went to go buy it. Now, also, I will say this. I am also still disciplined in a way. I do have some sense because this is what I do for a living, right? So some of y'all who follow me probably hear me say this a lot. Roughly 35 to 36% of my income goes into between my IUL and my deferred comp plan. So almost half of what I make goes into my long-term savings. Okay? So on the average, anywhere between $3,200 to $3,600 a month goes into my long-term savings. Okay? So that, coupled with the fact that my business is growing and I felt the need to go treat myself. I felt the need to say to myself, oh, I work hard and I've had my eye on this car for a long time. And don't get it twisted. That vehicle is a beast. That vehicle is the truth. But it still wasn't a smart decision. I'm 48 years old. I sit down with people every single day who have zero money for retirement or minimal money for retirement or just not enough to retire off at all. Right? And I start to say to myself, you're about to put yourself in the same position these people who you're coaching and guiding are in. Okay? And why do I say that? Even though I'm putting away roughly 35, 36% of what I make, right, into a long-term plan. That's a lot of money. Well, I realized something. If I didn't have this right here, I can possibly be putting away $5,000 a month. Okay? I ran the numbers because my retirement age is 55. No later than 57. And the reason why, because the truth, so some of you guys might not know this. To retire comfortably in the DMV, whether Maryland, DC, or Virginia, you're gonna need about 1.7, 1.8 today. Okay? If I'm retiring 10 years from now, how much do you think it will be? So when I factor that in, it tells me I will need roughly 2.5, 2.6. So the $3,000, $3,600 a month I'm doing ain't gonna cut it. So I ran the numbers, right? If I hadn't have made the decision to do this because I felt I was climbing up the ladder, I was doing well in life, I could have easily put away 40 to 50% of my pay. I could have easily be able to put away $5,000 a month. At $5,000 a month for the next 10 years with pretty decent return, right, will get me damn near close to that $2.3, $2.5 million goal. But now I gotta pay this for the next 3 or 4 more years or so, right? This one right here still it's almost done. Maybe about 9 months left, 10 months, let's just say a year left on this one, right? So this is about $900 a month. right? So cool, once that's done, I free up some money, I could derive it there. But guess what? I lost time. So why am I doing this? I'm sharing this with you guys today in hopes that I wake up somebody today. In hopes that if you're watching this, and you're 30 something years old, right? You're 40 years old and you're making good money. Good money means 100K, 120, 130, around there, right? Even if you're making 80, right? But if you're making good money, go buy yourself a reasonable car to get around in and be disciplined for 10 years. Give me a call and I will show you how you can have $1 million in the next 10 years in a particular product. You can now take that $1 million that you have, buy your house cash, okay? Still have money left in it that's compounding. Take out a little bit of extra money and buy yourself the car that your dream car, and still have massive amount of money, because you want that 10 years of investing to allow you to grow, for growth, right? You want that 10 years for growth and compounding interest. Don't go do what I did. Bad decisions. And listen, I thank God, I'm blessed. God, I'm not complaining. I don't want you to think this is a complaint. You understand? I'm not complaining, but God gives you free will. God will get you there, but He also gives you free will to make decisions. And sometimes we don't make good decisions. I'm just going to be honest. I am just going to be honest. So as I talk to you guys, I'm talking to myself also. As a matter of fact, come next year, I'm revamping a lot of things. Come next year, I'm revamping a lot of things. Because if you guys are watching, the world is changing. Everything is going AI. And I hate to say this, and I hope it never gets to this, but you guys should go watch the movie I, Robot. I hope the world never gets there, to that point. But in that movie, the I, Robot is a movie about the haves and the have-nots. So you better start figuring out a way to stop putting money away so you can help yourself. Right? This is the reason why I'm doing this. Because for that young lady to tell me at her big age of 58 that she literally is saving next to nothing. When I mean next to nothing, I mean next to nothing towards her retirement plan. Like she wasn't even concerned about long-term care. Like, what if I fall sick? Who would tend to me? How would they pay for that service? But she wanted to go buy a $900 car at 58. I hope my behavior at 58 is not like that. Because to me, once you get to a certain age, you got a responsibility, massive responsibility has to kick in at that point in your life. Okay? What's most important is what needs to be done at that point in your life. Okay? And I asked her, I said, hey, let me ask you a question. So, are you a socialite? Do you party? No, I just go to work and come home. So what's the point? What's the point? At least I do a lot of marketing, networking. I'm in a lot of events. At least I can say, hey, listen. This goes with me. This get used. You understand? So, how you doing? This get used, right? At least I can say that. Right? But if you go to work and come home just to pay for a $900 vehicle, I don't know if that's the smartest, responsible thing you can do. Like, if a 25-year-old was telling me this, I was like, oh, that's normal. They're going to do that. They're young. If a 25-year-old or 30-year-old was telling me that, as a matter of fact, I've sat down with people like that. I don't even argue with them. I just give them what they want and follow with them every single year and grow with them. Because they're young. They're going to want to enjoy life. Okay? But once you get to a certain age, I'm sorry. And I'm getting up there too. This is why all these things are becoming more and more important to me. Right? This is why all these things are becoming more and more important to me. Once this is done, I'm probably not going to buy another car for the next 10 years. I'm done. Once, I hope that somehow God can bless me to pay this off next year. Because the plan for next year for me is to 10x my business. And by the grace of God, if it works out that way, great. If it does, boom, car note is done. And I'm not financing nothing for another 10 years. And that 10 year, I'll be in retirement. And I may buy myself a gift to myself. I've always loved the Bentley. You understand? I may gift myself that once I retire, if the numbers make sense. You understand? But after this is done, I'm not financing nothing else. No. And this is how a lot of people in America are walking around without any retirement income. They're walking around without any life insurance. They're walking around without any long-term care because they go buy, finance the big house. You pull up to the house, the big car is also out there, right? And now they get up there in age and they've lost massive time. This is why you see some folks working till they're 70 plus. And it don't have to be that way. This young lady I'm talking about, I'm meeting with her again on Friday. And hopefully, she takes my advice. Because now we're going to derive that $800 and something that she's going to be paying a month into her IUL. Okay, until she retires. And the numbers is attractive. I ran it last night. When she gets to 67, she can pull out money to buy herself a car, cash, and still have income for retirement. This is why you guys need a smart advisor. A lot of y'all don't get advice from advisors. A lot of y'all get advices from your neighbor, from your co-worker, people who don't know what they're talking about or have no savings at all. Most of the people that you guys talk to, they have no life insurance, they have no savings, they have no long term, they have nothing. So they're just giving you their opinion. I wanted to take a moment to share that information with you guys. Because as I'm talking to people, as I talk to you guys, you know, and I'm going to just throw the number out there. And I hate to say this because it is embarrassing for me to tell you this. Between both cars, between insurance and car note, it's about $4,500 a month. Yeah. Again, God, I'm not complaining. I thank you for giving me the strength and the ability to be able to do something like this, but it's just not smart. It's just not smart. So yeah, hope this message resonate to the right person today. Hope the person who's trying to go out there and God has just blessed them with a good job. They're now making good money. And now they feel as though they want to go impress people and go buy the car they want. I hope this message hit that person today. And that person gives me a call. And I can show you, especially if you're in your mid-30s, your early 40s, I can show you how if you can just wait Just buy time. Okay? And the money that you are going to put into that heavy mortgage, that money that you're going to put into that expensive car. I can show you how, if you're 35, by the time you're 45, you'll be a millionaire. If you're 40, by the time you're 49, you'll be a millionaire. If you allow me. If you allow me. Listen, hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed. Hey, listen, if this is your first time running across my channel, and if what I just said today resonate with you, I've been in the industry now for 17 years, right? All I do is help people focus on retirement, especially tax-free retirement, and how to make their money work for them. That's been my career. And if this resonate with you, please subscribe. Again, if it resonates with you, please hit the like button for the algorithm and share this with somebody who you feel as though may need to hear this. And then I also want to hear from you. Okay? Does this hit home to you? Are you that person? It could just be me that's out here making foolish decisions. I don't know. Okay? But listen, if this resonates with you, I want to hear from you. Okay? And if you're interested in what I just said about putting money away and you're disciplined with it month in, month out, focus, keen focus, and knowing the end goal is better than what you're seeing today, listen, text me at 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. Or you can email me at evolve@titanevolutiongroup.com. That's evolve@titanevolutiongroup.com, or go to my site, which is titanevolutiongroup.com. Listen, I'm going to put all that in the description. And listen, hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you. Have a good one.